Hello friend, this is your sister in magic and welcome to another video on the Pragmatic Nook. So, how to read tarot without memorizing 78 definitions. This is gonna be a long one. I have a full page here, so grab a coffee, grab a tea, grab water, and let's start. This is gonna be a class. Yes. So how to read tarot without memorizing 78 cards definitions on the book. Read your spreads like a book. What I'm saying with it, and as a person who has art degree, when you learn to read images, when you are interpreting tarot, it's like reading images on a museum or art in general, because tarot is art. And tarot reads like a story. So when you are with your tarot deck and you are using your cards, when you do a spread, it reads like a story. Like, for example, I have here the Ostada Tarot, and let's say we pulled the Sun and the Hermit and the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands. When you read tarot like a story, you're not gonna read the definition from the book itself. Ostara Tarot have a really great book, so you can use it to start your spreads, but to learn and to really understand the card meanings. In all tarots, they have the same meanings because it is tarot, it never changes. It just changes the artwork. But when you read in order, you have the Sun. This person has the Sun and it is holding a wand in their hands. Ostara Tarot have animal meanings on the cards. There are a lot of animals. And when you see this person, she is just glowing in the sun, right? And the second card that came was the Hermit. A person walking inside a cave in snow, and there's no more the sun happening. It's night. The only light she have is, actually it is a guy, I think. The only light he has is this one, and he's walking inside a cave. It is night. It is cold, so hot, cold. And then the third card that came up was the Six of Wands. If you don't know anything about tarot and you listen to this story, there was this guy, this person on the sun, living their best life, and suddenly he went inside a cave. It was night. He only had this little light, and this person ended their story in a stage kind of sort, and it is again in the light, a lot of light around this person and a lot of happiness around it, and the person is on a stage or is the main character of sorts in something that is happening. What do you understand from this story? This person went from being a glorious person to search inside them what they are actually looking for, what they want. They search for knowledge inside them, inside their cave. They wander the dark night of the soul, maybe, and they arise again as this glorious person, but not self-centered anymore. They are now sharing their light with the other people. This is basically, I didn't tell you anything about the meanings of the cards inside the book. You just read the cards, how they came, exactly how they came. If we read this using any other deck, and like the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, this one is a lot related to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, so it's the classical tarot, just more cute. I like this Art Nouveau art better than the Rider-Waite-Smith. That's just my opinion. But if you start with something like the Rider-Waite that is classical, maybe it will be easy because it's the classical. It's classic for a reason. But if you read the same cards using another deck, you're gonna see that the story, it's kinda the same. I'm gonna try to find it. I didn't plan at all showing you the cards on screen, but let me find the Sun and the Six of Wands. Let's go. Oh, yes. We saw the Sun, a person being the center of attention and being glorious and everything. And we saw the Hermit, this man walking with his little light and searching inside for knowledge, and the person ending the story glorious, sharing their glorious knowledge with the people around them. You see the difference, not just in size, because this is a big card and this is a mini. I like this because they are easy to carry around, but I love the Ostera Tarot because it is just beautiful. Whatever. You see that although the cards are different, they are kinda the same. It's the same story that is being told. A person on a glorious position being pampered because they want something. This person, to me, looks like they are on stage because of the lights. Here it is a man walking with all glorious around him and being cherished by the people around him. Here I have the Wild Anon Tarot. To me, this is the more difficult of the all tarots I had. until now because it is beautiful, but it can be hard to read if you're just starting. When you go to other tarots that the artwork is so different from the other ones, it can be really difficult to not lean just into the meaning of the cards you found on the books. I'm searching for the Sun and for the Six of Wands, Five of Wands, Seven of Wands, Five of Swords, Ten of Cups, Magician, Justice. Oh my god. You can skip this part if you want. I'm gonna leave timestamps below. Jesus, where is the Sun? It was the last one. Okay. But I didn't found the Six of... Oh, it's here. No, it's the Six of Coins. Where is the Six of Wands? 5, 4, 9, 2, 5, 7, 8, the Lovers, 8, 3, 1, Justice, Ace, Empress, Ten of Cups, 5, 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands. Oh my god. It is Wands. It is... No, it's Swords. 6 of Swords. You see? When the artwork is so different, you kinda need to... Oh, it's here. This is the Six of Wands in the Wild and Tarot, and this is the Six of Swords. If you don't look at them closely, they are quite the same, but they are not. You will see that this is Wands and this is Swords. So if we read again from the Sun, it's just a sun. That's it. The light is so bright here. It is just a sun. And the Hermit is a turtle with a light. A turtle in the dark with a light. And the Six of Wands, it's a butterfly flying away from the dark. So the story is the same. You see, it's all bright, but there is no person or animal on the light. It's just the sun. And something went into the hermit mode and searched for knowledge inside them into the dark, and they came away from the dark to share their transformation. So you see how the story evolves using another tarot decks. Now we see transformation in your faces because of the butterfly. But what if you don't know that butterflies means transformation? You're not gonna know it. So, going back to my notebook here, Read your tarot like a story so you can understand the cards without relying into the books that came with the tarot cards. Here I have the book for the Ostara Tarot, and if we read the Sun, victory, growth, luck, success. A warrior stands watch, poised for action. The Sun is a card of power and good fortune. It represents many positive attributes in life, such as enthusiasm, growth, and victory. You sown your fields with good choices, waited patiently for their growth, and will soon reap the benefits. Rejoice. Your hard work has paid off, and victory is close at hand. The Sun in Ostara Tarot. And what I really like about this book and this deck specifically is because they are so directed to the point that you don't doubt what the meaning, what the story is behind the pull you are making. And you see that in the book they say that you are heading towards what? Victory. And what Six of Wands talks about? Victory. But you see that we didn't need the book to tell us that the you're gonna go towards victory. You just read it like the images were telling you to read. The first thing you're gonna do with a new tarot deck is to spread it in order. Major arcana from the Fool to the World, and just read them in order like a story in a book. And do it with all the other cards, all coins from 1 to 10, all wands from 1 to 10, all swords from 1 to 10, and all swords, wands, coins, and cups. All cups from 1 to 10. Just read them in order. And do this too with the court cards from Sun to King. Sun, the Ostara Tarot, the Wayajanan Tarot, they call it Sun, Daughter, Queen, and King. So read it in order to has a story. The four cards. Watch which card tells you which one of the cards tells you individually, what the Six of Coins tells you alone, what the Six of Coins tells you when they are with the Chariot or when they are with the Devil. What do they tell you together? My favorite decks are the ones that come with books, but my favorite one is the Mystic Faerie Tarot because the book is so complete. It have spreads specifically for, oh my god, the spreads created for this deck, but you can use with other decks too. And the explanation on this book is just amazing. And because of the spreads, I don't have this deck anymore, but I kept the book, and it is just amazing to read each one of the meaning of the cards. Everyday Witch Tarot was another one that I had that is really easy to read because it is people too in the cards. I don't have this deck anymore because I am so drawn to decks with animals like the Wild Janon or the Ostera. And I have the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot just to read for other people. It's the deck I use with other people, and the other two I use with myself. Start with one that is easy for you. I think I said this already, but when you are just starting out, watch a bunch of decks on YouTube. Just search for the deck you want to buy to see all the cards before you buy it, or go to their website and see the photos of the cards. Maybe you are not gonna see the 78 cards, but you're gonna see a bunch of cards that you're gonna connect with and gonna go, oh, I like this one, I don't like this one. You don't have to start with a deck that have persons, people, has a your first deck. My first one, I think, was with mermaids. I don't have that deck anymore, and I think the second one was Ostera Tarot, and I love this deck so much. But it is uncommon because it is a lot of animals, and people. So start with one that is easy for you and go with that to start. And you don't have to have a bunch of tarot decks, just start with one. You're gonna want to buy a lot of decks after, but to start, just buy one to study, okay? And to finish, I want to address the elephant in the room. Do you need a teacher to learn how to read tarot? Maybe. It's a maybe because are you a person who needs structure in learning? You need a methodology, a teacher explaining you everything. Think about how you learn languages. Do you need a school to learn how to speak a foreign language, or do you can learn everything alone? You can just sit around and learn by yourself. This is important because every teacher have their own teaching style, and you have to matches with your learning style too. But I say maybe you need a teacher because maybe you can just use my explanation here and starts to understand every one of the 78 cards. You don't have to memorize 78 cards. When you start to read for yourself using the daily oracle and pulling cards weekly, you create a relationship with your tarot deck and with the practice that it comes natural. So you can read anything for yourself or for other people. You totally don't need a teacher to become a tarot reader, but it can be helpful if you need someone to ask questions. And I think the most important thing is when you start to learn alone without a teacher, try to stick to one resource in the beginning. Use that one resource to go through all 78. Give it time so you can understand the tarot and the readings and the meanings. and then you can expand to other resources, because there is a lot of resources on YouTube. There are a lot of books you can read everywhere. So in the beginning, try to stick with a method or a teacher or a resource. And I think it is it for today's video. So if it was helpful, let me know in the comments. If you have questions about tarot, let me know in the comments. I will be happy to answer them for you. And if you have tips for other witches, leave in the description, leave in the comment section below. In the description box I have more resources for free if you want. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and I see you in the next video. Bye.